What's up guys, this is OmegaLiar, and today I'm bringing you another 3 Top Gear test track laps. And obviously the first one would be the newest addition to the McLaren family, that is the MP4-12c. And the reason I'm showing you this lap today is because I was just watching Top Gear, and as it turns out, this car was developed on the Top Gear track, and it's an awesome supercar, and I thought you guys would enjoy it. Now the interesting thing about this is the score that it got on Top Gear versus the score that I was able to run it at. Now keep in mind this is a stock MP4, and just for starters, it's a pretty sweet looking car. It's got a lot of cool things about it, especially the air brake and automatic spoiler. But this car is very, very fast. I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that I was running it on Top Gear. It doesn't translate well to every track in the game, but straight line performance is pretty good. Its handling is phenomenal. Although you see it slips around a little bit here, but either way, I like this car. It's not my favorite, it's not the best looking, it's not the most crazy, but it's a very good car, and for those of you looking to race online, it's also a pretty reliable car too. I find myself not winning a whole lot of races with it, but doing pretty well anyway. Now onto the important part, which is the time. And this is the second fastest S-Class car that I have. Sitting at a 1 minute 16.885. Now on Top Gear, on actual Top Gear, the Stig was able to run this car at a 1 minute 16.2. So I got pretty close there. The only time so far I've beaten the Stig on stock is the Camaro and the GT500. But aside from that, let's move on to the next car, which obviously is the other most famous McLaren ever, and that is the McLaren F1. In my opinion, actually better looking than the MP4, except from the back, but from the front, from the side, I think it just has a much cooler style to it. And obviously, as most of you know, this car is a lot faster than the MP4, and that would be evident from its 240-mile-an-hour top speed. But the handling, not nearly as good as the MP4, which would be expected considering how much older this is. I think. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's 1993 or so. Now, I haven't experimented too much with trying to get this car to handle. I think it was one of those cars you get from leveling up, so it's kind of upgraded in a weird way. So it might be a little bit faster than it's supposed to be, it might be a little bit better handling. But I would imagine if you were to put on a big spoiler and tune it to get more downforce in the back, it wouldn't slide around as much. And I don't know what the tires are on this as well, but I probably wouldn't do that, and it would be much more under control. So I might do that and run it around the track again, because it'd probably be a lot faster. But anyway, again, to the important part, this is also an S car, which is interesting because the F1 only ran a 1 minute 21.145, making it one of my slowest S-Class cars. Although slightly slower stock is, it's stock, I wonder if it is. Slightly slower is the LFA. And I am looking at this right now. So the last car is the supposedly really good handling version of the F1. This is the McLaren F1 GT. And it's got slightly more radical styling, slightly flatter face, bigger air intakes, more edginess to it, and it's also a bit wider. And whether it looks cool or not, not so sure about that, but it's got a great engine noise, and it's actually pretty fast. I don't know if I could have run it better. I probably could have, but either way, it, as an R3 car, because that's what it is exactly average. The McLaren F1 GT ran a 1:15.693, and to give you some perspective, my Italia beat it by over a second. But it is a car that you rarely ever see online, so, and it also is extremely fast, just like the F1, but it's more under control, so it's probably a better car to use in general. But then again, you have to keep in mind that it's an R3. So it really comes down to preference with the McLarens, and then obviously you have the racing class McLarens that I don't know too much about. I've never even raced them really, but either way, that's the final time of the 3 McLarens that I care about, and not so much the others. But if you like this video, as always, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next commentary. Thanks as always for watching.